click is ETG. Eat the goose. Eat the goose. Yeah,
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then,
2 racks
you
a
just
week.
showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge, man. Here we have Kevin. Kevin, give him a quick introduction. Let him know which market you're driving in and which platform do you mainly drive on.
My name is Crenshaw, Kevin Crenshaw from Cincinnati, and I'm riding on the Uber X. Just getting to it, just on the low end, having fun.
Okay, absolutely, man. That's what it's about, having fun. And you see, he got the glasses on, we matching. And it's gonna be a good interview. Like I was just telling him before the interview, I think he's probably the 2nd or 3rd person to come on from Cincinnati. So shout out to Cincinnati area, and you drive Uber. So just to give an audience a little bit more background information about yourself, you drive Uber full time, correct?
I am driving full-time Uber right now. So my main job, I'm a correctional officer. So people wouldn't even notice that. So I actually work with teenagers, and I actually work with people that hate me every day for no reason, but it's good. So I come in to play every day, just talking, just figuring out the situation every day. Everybody got a different scenario to why they in my car.
Yeah.
So when they get in and they see me and I start talking, they just be like, "You a cool live dude." I said, "That's what Uber is. We just trying to get you from point A to point B, cover your back, have some nice little music on the side,
Okay.
and keep everything fresh,
Cool. Absolutely, man. That's quite the dichotomy. You went from correctional officer to being hated, then you get to, be more enjoyable. People actually like you, and they wouldn't even know what you do, outside of driving. So wow, that's crazy. So how are you able to balance? Because you do both full time, right?
So I'm actually off work doing that right now because of an injury. So right now, I'm just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and hop on the Uber life to see what's going on. So after a couple weeks of just doing it, we just all rookies out here in the world.
Yeah.
So we just trying to be better. So I hop on YouTube all the time anyways. And then I ran across you. So I like loud music. I used to be in a band. So when you was like doing your thing, I'm like, hey, okay, let me go ahead and watch a couple of these videos. I said, 2 bands? I said, let me see what he's talking about. So right off the bat, I came into Uber knowing that on my Uber life, how much money can I make?
Mm-hmm.
So on my correctional job, I was making $28 an hour. So I knew I had to at least cover $200 a day.
Okay.
So with the Uber life, you don't know what lifestyle is like. So I usually start at about 4, 5, or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I deal with everybody getting off work, going to work. I'm trying to get the nightlife to be my last thing to do.
Yeah.
So 8 hours, I get my $200.
Yep.
Long story short.
Mm-hmm.
So, this only my 5th week doing it. So my 3rd week, I holler at you. I seen you in there. He talking about 2 bands a week. I'm like, 12 hours, 13 hours, so they kick you off. I'm like, let's see what that do. So I'm already doing 8 hours and I'm doing 10 hours. So 10 hours, Uber go send you that little call like, all right, you got 2
Yeah,
hours,
you too.
15 minutes
Yep.
till you done. Who gonna stop?
Right.
Would you stop?
Yeah.
2 hours and 16 minutes. That's like 4 or 5 more stops. You
Mm-hmm.
never know what's gonna happen. You
Yeah.
never know who that one person you might meet that's gonna take you off for life.
Yep. Absolutely.
So after I seen you do it, I did like 3 weeks. And I was like, fuck it, I can do it. So I took off Saturday, Sunday. So my wife, I said, hey, we gotta do it. 2 racks. Let's get it. So
Absolutely.
in that whole week, I did 13 hours on accident on 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 hours, they let me do 13 hours
Yeah.
in 2 days, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So once that Saturday, Sunday came, you do your math real quick. I 2 bands. Let me just do the 2 bands real quick. That's
Right.
it, just 2 bands. So Saturday, Sunday came. I only needed 250 Saturday, 250 Sunday. I should have did more Saturday. So Sunday I could just cruise.
Right.
So I did 250 Saturday. I did 250 Sunday. It did a 2,000. I said, man, let's 4 weeks doing Uber.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I'm only on 4 weeks. You've been in this game for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a phenomenal turnaround. And before I start, asking questions, since you already mentioned you made 2 racks within 4 weeks, driving 12 hours. I'm just gonna go ahead and show the audience, the screenshot. They probably already seen it, but for the sake of this video, I'd like to show it again.
You already know.
So let me probably just turn my screen down a little bit so they can actually see it. So here it is. You see the $2,003, 83 hours, 31 minutes? No, 13 minutes, 188 trips. Not too shabby. So you was getting it in, man. And
Is there?
that's what I said, man. Like, the money is out here. It all depends how bad do you want to get it. And
Right.
like you said, 4 weeks, it took you 4 weeks, and that's a quick turnaround because when I started it, there was no, Ronnie speed. I had to figure all this out on my own and, set more goals. So, I
Right.
like to hear that. And I know, you mentioned a few things. The first thing you said that you got injured, from your job. So now are you able to spend more time, driving? Or like when exactly do you go back to the correctionals job?
I don't even know. I don't even know. But I'm
Okay.
making way more money
Mm.
being dedicated to the promise of my investment of working
Hmm.
and doing Uber and moving to somewhere else. Because
Okay.
it's cool doing this, but you don't know what's gonna happen. So
Right.
if you're a person that's working on your finance and working on your credit score, getting credit cards, some cash back rewards, you
Yeah.
gonna get to your next investment. So when
Okay.
you encourage me to say 2 bands, if you ain't saying encourage me to do 2 bands, if you say, all right, let's do 1,200, I was like, all right, let's do 1,200. But we are winners. We are
Yeah.
born winners.
Hmm.
So if somebody say I'm doing this, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna do it too.
Exactly.
I'm gonna meet you
Exactly.
there. So
Yeah, twelve
that
hundred,
was
man.
it.
That's a lot of people can make 1,200, but $2,000, man. That's something completely different. It's like you enter a whole nother mindset, a whole nother dedication, and most importantly, that would get you closer to hitting that $100,000 6-figure range. And I think
Right,
that's what most people, especially if you're really trying to win, that's what most people are striving for. So now you're
right.
doing this. I know you told your wife that you had to take 3 days off. Once you hit the $2,000, aka 2 racks a week, what was her response?
She was like, "You did it. That's what's up." Like,
Mm-hmm.
I told her I took Saturday, Sunday off, and I did 12, 13 hours, 12 to 13 hours, 7 days. That is not easy at
Mm.
all. So you already have to have it in your mind when you say in your mind that you want to do it. Because when Monday comes, I'm not thinking of Saturday and Sunday. I'm thinking about Wednesday coming,
Yeah.
like middle of the week. And then when it comes, Wednesday come, you like, all right, I got Friday come. You know, that's when you work until you get kicked off.
That's about 60 hours right there. Yeah.
If you're not packing your lunch and you stopping and keep going to these fast food restaurants and everything like that, like your 12, 13 hour cutoff gonna get like later, like 9,
Yeah.
10 o'clock. So that's gonna make it even horrible for you to go home and try to cook and
Right.
eat and
Right.
go to sleep and still try to get back up early.
Mm-hmm.
Because the earliest I set my alarm to get up was at 3:50 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I gotta go home and go to sleep before my wife get home for me to go to sleep. Because
Right.
when
Right.
she get home, I'm not going to sleep. And I still gotta make sure I get up in the morning to go to work because guess what? I don't have a boss over my back, but
Mm.
I have to have a dedication in my back to get your ass up and go get that money.
Absolutely, man. And that's a lot, and I talk about that a lot, being, self-reliant, because a lot of people they want to transition to doing this just for the sake of, oh, I don't want a boss, I don't want to be told what to do. But unfortunately, most people they need a boss and they need to be told what to do because if it
Right,
wasn't for somebody holding them accountable and having and creating that structure for them, what ends up happening is they would self-destruct and end up working less hours than they would if they would
right.
just had a job or a 9 to 5, man. So,
Yeah,
so shout out to you for the quick transition because often it takes people a lot of time to readjust and readapt to doing this. Cause like the
right,
first day they may be all emotional, like they get out there, drive a few hours, but then once they hit like third or fourth week, then they start to fall off. The 12-hour
right.
week, the 17-hour weeks, and they start to bullshit. Yeah.
17-hour weeks. That's just working on your lunch breaks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I definitely seen it. I want you to, tell the audience, since you've been doing this a few weeks now, what are some of like the differences, I guess, as far as, lifestyle? Because now you got like I said, the perfect dichotomy. You go from, going to a job and not only going to a job, you have a boss and all that, and you're hated. Like you said, the people hate you compared to you
Right,
doing this. It's all on you. You being self-reliant. It's all on you and your labor and your mindset and your consistency and people like you. So talk about that. Like which one you prefer? What are some of the strengths, weaknesses, differences, whatever you want to.
so I prefer both of them.
Okay.
So it don't matter for me. I'm
All
from the
right.
city.
All right.
So when you in this type of environment, you got to be the person for the cause. So I got a little bag in here. I got a little Kleenex, and then I got nothing. I got candy,
Okay.
candy, candy. So when they get in the back seat, they already see Kevin and
Uh-huh.
they see me. So when they pull up and I pull up in the Nissan Sentra, little
Okay.
4-cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
I only get 30 miles in the city, 40 on the highway.
Yeah, that's still
And
pretty
and
good.
they see me, I say, "Hey, how you doing today? You doing okay?" And they get in, they just start cheesing. I just look like this. I said, by the way, if you got a sweet tooth, I got some peppermints, I got some Snickers, and all that kind of stuff in the back. Like, you're the first Uber driver that ever gave me that. I got a 5.0 rating.
Okay.
I ain't know nothing about no rating or nothing like that, but I'm a person and I care about other people.
Mm.
So I think if you care about other people, I'm not worried about the money. If I'm good to you, all the rest of that is gonna come. I'm not worried about the money. If I'm worried about showing up with a clean car, I'm showing up and I'm clean, smelling good, and I'm presenting myself well to you, you got some extra money. And when they leave out, like, man, here, I got a couple extra dollars for you. I'll be like, man, I appreciate it. Like, baby, just, you know, I
Yeah.
see it too. I got $20 tips, $25 tips. Like, I done got a couple $20, like, from white, young guys. You know, I'm treating them well like they my brothers. How you doing today, brother? Have a
Yep.
good day today, brother. Good seeing you today, brother. You got some nice glasses on, brother. Man, your arms look strong. You been working out, brother? Can I come work out with you, brother? Hey, sister, you looking nice today. You know, have a good day. You know, I'll see you again. Compliment somebody, because when you look a certain way, they gonna already have a defense mechanism up on you already. So when I be like, man, hey, you got a nice goatee. Oh man, that's a nice collar shirt. They already gonna put their digression down,
Yeah.
and they gonna love you already.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
You know what? And I'm glad that you mentioned everything that you just mentioned, is because I pretty much view it the same way. I see a lot of people on the internet, they always complain about not being tipped, or it's like I mean, of course, we're money focused because we're trying to make $2,000, but they focus on money in the wrong areas, like little petty shit, all tips and all this. But one, they don't have to tip you. Two, the tip feature wasn't always implemented. So if you a
right,
veteran driver, we never had that option like when we first started driving. And two, man,
right.
if you have the personality, you serving people, you provide good customer service, you actually being engaging, enjoyable, and relatable, that's how you get the tips. You
So
people just
look,
think they deserve a tip just because they just driving somebody around, but oftentimes you got to go a little bit above and beyond and actually relate and show the person that you actually care. Go
that's
ahead.
it. That's it. So when I be at my job as a correctional officer, so you know, we're around a lot of young black males and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So say we got a white RN that come in. So when
Hmm.
she come in, I say, "Hey, how you doing today? Good to see you. How your day going? And everything like that." After she walk out, they looking at me like, "Oh, what's up with you?" I'm like, you have to know how to talk to people in a different manner.
Yeah.
That's it. That don't mean I want to do nothing with you. That means I want to talk to you. How are you doing today? Is your day going good? And
Hmm.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing more than that. So if you're able to talk to different people, that means you can make money,
Exactly.
because people can open up to you no matter who you are. I just tell people, I just look like this. But when I start talking, they be like, oh my God, Kevin, you're such a cool person. And
Hmm.
I pull out my Square ID from my junk removal company, and I take their money and I take their credit cards. And then that's it. Like, if I'm
Mm.
not a person, how can I get paid?
That's a good point. I said point. That's a good perspective. Yeah, man, it's all about personality. It's all about your attitude. And a lot of drivers, like I said, they when they driving, they're focused and worried about the wrong things. Because if you worried about how much you getting paid per mile and all these trips and what the company's doing and how much the passengers are paying, you missing out on these key opportunities, to actually provide customer service, to actually be liked and be joyed and give off your gifts. See, I could tell that you have a gift, like your attitude, your mindset. You a likable guy. I can tell. Like people will actually like you. You charismatic. People they like being around that type of those type of people and that type of energy because you could
It rubs off
completely
on you.
yeah, you could completely change their day within like 10, 15 seconds by the time they get in your car, just by a few words, like that quick.
Hey, I'll be playing you while I'm riding. I'm gonna have this one lady in the background, and you went on pause, and you was like, "Let my husband cheat." I was looking at him. I was like, "Let my husband cheat." I was looking at
I
him. I was
said, let
like,
your man cheat. Ah,
"Well, I
yeah.
mean, on the background, and like you said, sometimes like meet some people that's not doing something, you meet a lot of people that's doing something. So when I be having you in the background, instead of playing some music, they be sitting in the background like $2,000 in 1 week. Like, how you do that? And I already did it. And I show them like we out here doing this. Like, as long as you dedicated and you down for helping somebody out, you can't be in this down for yourself. You're not gonna make no money. You're not gonna make no money. If you down, make $9, $10, $12 every play, you're not gonna make no money. You just go out here, just fall in place. Come out here for like, I only been out here say 5th week, but you gotta turn it on and just see what happens. And let it happen. Like, don't worry about them bills.
Yeah, like people, man, they overcomplicate this. I think this what ends up happening. A lot of people, they hear all this negativity, they go to all these groups and forums, and I think they kind of look for ways people are losing, and they focus on all the negative stuff, like what may go wrong. What about taxes? What about this? What about tires? What about maintenance? It's all about these what abouts. Like, man, just go out there, have fun, and make your money, because now you had an opportunity to make $2,000 or more a week. You own your own time, and you driving the car, like you chilling, you talking to people, people opening up, tell you about their life. And, it's enjoyable. It's more enjoyable for most people, especially if you working like at a factory job or something, and you on their time, and people not treating you good. And most importantly, being around like your coworkers or colleagues, and they just sitting there talking shit, complaining. That shit starts to rub off on you. And just being around that every single day for weeks, for months, for years, even a decade. And it's like, how are you continually growing? Like, how are you elevating? And once you start to drive, you start to make this money. Trust me, if you make $2,000 or more, let's say, even if you work in a 9 to 5 where you're only getting paid, let's say $500 to $800 a week, and you could 2 to 4x your earnings, you would definitely start to think differently. You would start to think differently about life. You would start to set some goals, because then you'll start to see opportunities that, hold up, I could make $1,500, $2,000 a week. Like, now I could start to this business I wanted to start. Maybe I could do this. Oh, I want to go back to school. Maybe I could start looking at doing that. Now opportunities will start to, come across your mind. You'll start to think differently.
Right.
That's why I'm always preaching, like readapting.
I think the biggest thing, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much bills do you have. Like,
that's true.
I'm from the hood.
Uh-huh.
So I've been paying on 3 cars at one time.
Okay.
It was making it. You got to pay insurance on 3 cars. But if you got a high ass mortgage, or if you got a high ass rent, you got high car note, got high insurance, you got a whole lot of kids, you got child support, you got energy bills,
yeah.
all that stuff. Like, you mess around and got like $2,000 worth of bills on that. So a lot of people be talking about you not making enough money. It's like, no, throw away the shovel, because you keep digging yourself into a grave and you can't get out. And you complaining on the biggest thing like Uber. If I'm making $2,000 a week, which is hard, just say I'm making $1,500 a week, and that's 4 weeks in a month. That's $1,500. That's $6,000 in a month. Are you working on your credit at all? Are you getting any type of secured credit cards with your own money to implement going to credit unions with an LLC with a good credit score to get a loan out? Are you worried about Uber, which is making you money? Like, we've been booming from Kroger's and White Castles forever. Like you worried about somebody that's bringing an opportunity to you, but you gotta fix your opportunity for
Exactly.
yourself
Exactly.
until when everything else comes to you, you be sitting back like, man, like I've been working on my credit for 5 years. Me and my wife got a truck. They don't know we work at because our credit score is so good.
Mm-hmm.
In the hood, what's up?
Yeah, man. You 100% right. It's accountability first and foremost, man. You gotta hold yourself accountable, because if you don't hold yourself accountable, nobody else will. Even somebody do try to hold you accountable and help you out and tell you the truth. Are you gonna be susceptible or accept that type of criticism or critique, knowing that it's coming from a place of love? And I know a
Right.
lot of drivers and a lot of people in general just have a hard time, holding themselves accountable. So let's say you are in a bad spot financially or whatever, or career wise. Let's say driving. Now you make it $2,000, which most people probably can't make at their current 9 to 5. I think that's if you can, you're a part of the minority. So let's say now you have an opportunity to make $2,000 or more. So now you have a bigger shovel to start to dig yourself out of the hole. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Hold yourself accountable. By, look, I dug myself into this hole. Let me get myself out. I'm the only way to get out. And like you said, man, a lot of the drivers that's out here focus on how much they get per mile, what percentage Uber and Lyft is taking, and all this irrelevant stuff that's really not going to help them prosper in the first place. It's a distraction and it's a waste of time. And most importantly, even from a psychological aspect, what they're saying is, I don't think I'm capable of doing anything significant or anything meaningful. So please give me what I desire, like I'm a kid. But
I'm not
no,
the winner.
yeah, you're not a winner. You're a loser. So
Right.
you gotta put yourself on. And it may take some time, but hey, man, put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and get yourself out. Like, stop feeling
Right.
sorry for
Hey,
yourself.
you trying to be making no money, you out here driving a Tahoe. I'm driving a 4-cylinder car. That's
and,
it.
and for the
Car is paid off.
shout out to you, not too shabby. And that's what I always say, man. Like, you don't even have to have the latest and greatest vehicle, because people, like I said, they overcomplicate this. Like, oh, I'm about to drive Uber Lyft. Should I get an XL? I'm like, no, man, just start basic. Start off Uber X. You don't even know if you're gonna like it. You're gonna tie all this money to a big old gas guzzling vehicle. You already gonna complain about gas, so now you want a gas guzzling vehicle. Like, stop, man. Just simplify it, make your life easier. Just do Uber X, because most people are going to take Uber X.
Right.
That's just how it is, especially if they use the service quite often. If you're in a city where, like, I'm out here in San Francisco Bay Area, people use this shit multiple times a day. People
Yep.
depend on this like it's crack. And they're what they're
Hey,
gonna do,
you say
Uber
using
X.
them hybrids. When I be out here driving, I do not like hybrids. But then when you doing Uber X, guess what? You need a hybrid. So I'm
I-
guess what now? I'm like, oh, I love the hybrids.
Exactly, because people that's the only reason why I drive a Prius, like a Prius. I'm like, hey,
50
man,
miles per
it's for this job. I mean, it is what it is. It makes sense from a business perspective. I mean, trust me, I would love to drive a 6 cylinder or V8 or something, but
Yeah.
I-
No,
hell no, like, it's too
no.
expensive, man.
Yep, yep. And that's what people do. They go out here trying to be out here in a BMW 4-door pushing premium gas and
Right,
wondering why you not making no money. So
right.
you need to go ahead and buy you a Toyota Corolla or a Prius.
Oh yeah, or some type of hybrid, man, and just get
Do
to
it.
work and find
Right.
ways, to make it enjoyable. I'm always talking about, gratitude first and foremost, like being thankful that you even have this opportunity, being thankful that you kept yourself clean enough and your driving record good enough to actually get accepted to do this. Because a lot of people don't have this opportunity. So if you could pass the background check and you get approved, you could pick people up and make money. It's easy. It's not that
I was
difficult.
supposed to be doing Uber like a year ago.
Hmm.
and my license was suspended. But I paid my money to get my license back, and I was able to do it again. So right when it came, the way Uber fell in place was I already had my job. I was doing overtime. I was signing up to do Uber just to see what it's doing. And a couple weeks later, I was like, man, now I'm not working right now because I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Now I can do Uber. So Uber just fell in place at the right time. And I was able to just hop on it and do it. Mind you, I was able to go out and work all them hours. My wife, she works second shift, so she don't get off work till midnight.
Yeah.
So, she wasn't complaining about it. So, I was able to do what I wanted to do as far as I didn't have to do anything else but wake up in the morning and go out and drive. And whatever time I get kicked off, like the 2 times when I did 13 hours, that was on an accident. I looked, it was like oh, Jesus, Lord help me, 13 hours. But it didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
It didn't feel bad. You do 12, 13 hours for 5, 6 days or something like that. Like, come on, man, you got to pay your bills. You don't go on vacation, whatever you want to do, get it in, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. And let's talk about that since you brought up, because I was definitely going to follow up and ask you about that, because you worked, 83 hours, and that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. And I always tell, drivers, like, if you knew, man, try it out. Try to do the maximum amount of hours or get close to the maximum amount of hours and get kicked off the app, at least for a week. And it intimidates so many drivers. Like, oh, that's too many hours. I want to have a life. I want to have time to do nothing. But it's like,
What
okay,
else you
what
be
about
doing?
nothing? Exactly. Like, you're not gonna do nothing anyway.
You're going to scroll on your phone.
Yes, or sleep, or watching Netflix or playing games. So yeah,
Not making no money.
Not making no money, but most importantly, you're not really growing. You're not challenging yourself. A lot of people, they don't really know who they are and what they're truly capable of. That's why I say it. It's not forever, man, but you need to some degree, be able to challenge yourself, put yourself through tests, put yourself through mental tests, and see if you can actually execute and complete it. Because now you just signed up. You hit 2 racks a week. You already did 83 hours. It's people who've been driving for years, way more experienced than you, on the apps way longer than you, who have never done that. So shout out to you for doing that. Now, since you've done it, you like, shit, I know you could do it again. Like, okay, 83 hours, whatever.
Some
I
other
did it
people
before, I can do it again.
$400, $500. I'm in a whole different market. So I'm not in that whole market like you are. So if I went somewhere else, I could do a whole lot more. Cincinnati is only 309,000 people here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everybody be going out here doing what they doing, but I don't care whoever I'm doing, who's doing what. I just know what I want to do. I'm dedicating myself to do what I want to do. I'm motivating myself to do what I got to do. I listen to YouTube motivational speeches when I'm out working. When I got people in the car, they like, you know what, Kevin? You just fired me up this morning because I was already in the back seat about doing this or doing that. And when I get people in the car and I'm asking them questions about what they're doing, because I got my own business too. So I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. I had one foreign guy get in the car and he was like, you know what's the most bought thing out here? He says gas. I said, you know what the second thing out here most bought? He said, caffeine. Him and his boy is going in business and they open up a coffee shop. And he's already sat down and he did his research and he get in the car and he's literally asking me questions. He's questioning me about his business and I'm giving him 100% legitimate answers. And he's like, you just totally kicked me into a whole nother gear to where I need to be in. Thank you, Kevin. I'm so appreciative that I got a ride from you today.
Absolutely, man. And those are the best conversations because you got 2 like-minded individuals, both about business, able to engage in a meaningful conversation instead of like just dumb stuff. And man, and I know for a fact I talked about this in previous videos. I'm like, man, open up your mind. If you focus on dumb shit that's irrelevant to doing this, you miss out on all the gems and all the life lessons that this thing can provide you. So you driving out here, pretty much you get to conduct your own market research, which pretty much what the guy who you picked up did. He asked you questions
Right,
about his business. So he doing his own
right.
market research, his own like case studies.
He was a IT guy.
Yeah.
He working at a big corporation, making a lot of money, but he's like, it's just not doing it for me.
Mhm.
He about to go sell coffee. And
Yep.
that's gonna make him be like stress free. And like actually he has more time to his family because while he's doing the IT guy, he's just at work all the time and he don't have no family time. So
Mhm.
he's looking for more family time. So if he had that person doing the coffee thing, I'd be like, hey, you get your car, you got enough time to do Uber and figure out, your next plan.
Right,
So
right.
it's
That's
incredible the people that you meet every day.
oh, absolutely, man. I met, a few entrepreneurs out here. A few months ago, I met a guy, he created these like AI glasses. It was crazy. So it's a
Yep.
lot of people out here doing a lot of things, and these the conversations that I enjoy most because you get to talk about, more so like mindset, them overcoming like challenges and adversity and like how
Right.
they're able to focus for so long just to achieve that goal. And I know like most drivers haven't, or most people in life haven't figured that out yet, especially
Yep.
about themselves. They don't know what they want to do, who they are, what they want to achieve. So even when they transition to driving, or even they quit driving, go to another job, what's gonna happen? They still have the same problems. So
Hey,
it's just same shit,
Uber
different toilet.
is the best thing because Uber is like so you got I don't say like you got people to ride the bus, they don't have a lot of money, but Uber is like you gotta have a little bit of money to ride around with Uber. So
Oh
you're
hell yeah.
literally moving with people that, oh, my car just broke down,
Yep.
or oh, I just crashed my car, or oh, my kid's baby daddy just repoed my car. Like I'm getting all that while
Yeah.
I'm in my car. Like I'm getting life. Like you in a car, sometimes you want to shed a tear. You be like, oh my God, like man, it's going down
Crazy.
like right now. Like
Yeah.
when you Uber car, you just the middleman getting them from point A to point B. But at the same time, you might meet that one person that might send you off forever. And
Yeah.
you'd be like, man, I'm glad I actually met you today. Or you might be having a bad day and somebody might pick you up and might, let you know about a story they have going on. It might be like, I needed that. Like
Yeah.
I'll have a good day today.
Absolutely.
Because if you work at 12, 13 hours in a day, you're dealing with a lot of traffic. You
Mhm.
dealing with a lot, you dealing with at least like 26, 27 different people.
Yep.
So you are you're a psychiatrist.
You everything. You
You're everything.
everything. You a
Yeah, like
friend.
I be
Mhm.
getting in the car when I be having females get in the cars and they be having different things going on. And you be hearing them talking on the phone and stuff like that. And you be like, can I just add something real quick,
Yeah,
please?
I know
And
what you mean.
you add something and they be looking at you like, that's what's up. Like I appreciate it. Like I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying, but I have to.
I have
Like
to,
so
especially you got on speakerphone. Like I'm hearing your
yeah,
whole conversation, and y'all sound
yeah,
crazy as hell.
right, right. So man, being an
Trust me.
Uber driver is
It's
fun.
it definitely is, man. It's only fun if number one you look to have fun and make it enjoyable. You have the right mindset. I'm always saying mindset because it's the truth. Like I get into a car, I try to be productive and happy and actually have a good experience, every single day. That's my goal. I mean, of course, there's some days I'm like, man, fuck, I don't feel like driving, I don't feel like dealing with people. But then you get in, all it takes is that, that one person to to change the narrative for you. Then hold on, I'm about to move different spots. Shit, I have to charge up my computer. Hold on real quick. Let me just transition to another spot then something too. Oh, my bad. But yeah, I know you had mentioned motivation. Like, how are you able to, to keep yourself motivated?
Man, I'm 41 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, I got, a couple more years to finish paying child support. And then I'm about to move out of the city because I've been here for a long time. I just want to see, something new.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I worked at a job for 16 years. I was making $31 an hour. I left. I can go back, but I just want to explore more. I just want to learn more. I don't care if it's learning how to do drywall,
Mm,
it's learning how to do, pour concrete, working with your hands and stuff like that, learning something new. So
yeah.
that's what I'm doing now. I don't know where I'm going, but having a positive outlook on life and being a person that when you have older white ladies get in the car, you start talking and
Mm-hmm.
you able to critique yourself and talk to them, they like it. And then when you look back the next day, they gonna send you a $10, $15 tip, and you like, are you trying to figure out who it was? But you just stay being the same classy gentleman every day. Like, that's it. Like,
Man,
I'm married. I
absolutely.
got a ring on my finger, and hey, everybody in the car, I treat everybody the same way. I hug a guy and I hug a lady the same way, and it's all good. Just like, but I just care for the next person. I just don't care for myself, and I
Yeah.
think that's what's separating me from the rest.
Selflessness. Yeah, selfless, man.
Yeah,
Caring about
and
others.
it sucks being like this.
It can. There's definitely some cons to it because then it's like you have a heart and you leave
Right,
yourself, vulnerable in certain situations to be taken advantage of. But
right,
just keep
right.
being you, because I don't hold no grudges. Like it is what it is. Like, hey, I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
being me.
I
I'm gonna
listen to
keep
younger
giving.
videos like, yo, we don't give a fuck. We out here getting this money. You got what going on? All right, I got this going on. All right, this is me at the top. See you when you get there.
Right. All right, we're gonna have a few more questions before you start winding down. I know you had mentioned, you having greater aspirations to move in, trying new, career fields. Um, First question is, did you always have this type of like ambition? And the follow question behind that is, how has driving increased that ambition or help you set clearer goals or a clearer vision for yourself?
Okay, I always had I say my ambition growing up was only having a couple jobs, retire at 65, 67, and
Hmm.
die.
Okay.
That's nothing. So now it's like you need to go out there and work different jobs to figure out what the fuck you want to do. You could be 70, 80 years old, still want to get a bachelor's degree. You still got a long life ahead of you. So figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
So my thing is still figuring out what I want to do. I have a junk removal company. I got a 16-foot dump trailer. I got a 12-foot box truck. I've been in junk removal for 6 years. I'm tired of fighting with the junk removal company, the junk removal dump, and everything like that. Like I
Yeah.
gotta have myself. I gotta have a truck. I have a trailer. I have somebody working with me. I have to pay somebody. I pay taxes. I gotta do all that kind of stuff. So I'm already in the limelight of working, but I'm working too hard. So when you get
I know what you
older,
mean. Hmm.
you got to figure out like I got to stop lifting up safes. I got to stop lifting up refrigerators and couches because once you hit 50, 60 years old, you can't keep doing it on your own.
Right.
So now you got to implement getting your credit score right, figuring out what you want to do, going to get a loan, dropping on your business, and having fun like that, not being scared, reading books, crying, all that kind of stuff. It's like it's not bad. Like everybody want to sit back and be like, "Yup." I'm doing this and doing that. All right, well, show me then.
Right.
You making $2,000 a week. Let me see. Show me on your phone what you're doing.
Yeah.
So whatever I'm doing, I'm showing people what I'm doing. I ain't talking no shit. I'm done doing all that BS. It's time to get this money. I'm too old. I don't know what's happening next week. Let's go.
Man, absolutely, man. And yeah, how has like driving Uber really, I guess, sped up the process or shaped your mind? Because you meet so many different people, and first it's like you get to live vicariously through people, so you get to hear their stories, you get to see
Right.
what the things that they value, and you also get to meet people who are successful, who are business minded and got things going for them, and it's like, damn man, I want to be that person. So how has
Yeah.
that inspired you or inspired your vision?
So with me having a junk removal company, I think the most I've made in like one day was like 8 grand.
Okay,
So
pretty good.
making $2,000 in a week, that's cool. But you have to have the aspiration to keep going, because
Mm.
who gonna do it for you? If you not know uh I forget what the white boys call it, when you got a family, got a whole lot of money, and they give you a whole
Trust
bunch of
fund.
money. Trust fund, baby. I had this one kid, he's like, man, I wish I was a trust fund, baby, because I'll be doing this and doing that. Nobody have no money doing nothing.
Right.
So if you don't want to be, is you don't want to be homeless, you have to figure out what you want.
Yeah.
I don't care if you got to work at McDonald's, flip fries. You got to start somewhere. So to rewind, when I be at the Justice Center, not Justice Center, talking to the juveniles about what to do, I say, you know what? I got to do what I'm telling people to do. I got a license. I'm gonna take it simple. I said when I first started doing Uber driving, my plan was to make $200 a day. But
Mm-hmm.
then my plan was to make just $300 a day. $300 a day. That's simple. $300 a day times 30 is 9 grand.
Yep.
It's not hard, but you just have to figure out what you like to do. So I already know in 8 hours, if I can do Uber
About
in
200
eight
something.
hours, that's $200. You was doing interview with people working all the hours on Uber and then switching to Lyft, making 35, $4,000 in a week. I'm like, that's where I need to be at. So you have to put your mind in a place to where you can be that you don't even know where you're going.
Right. Talk to him.
But when somebody is sitting there, they talking to you, they trying to digress you to get to from you getting to where you want to get to, because they want you to be lame and not doing nothing, less
Exactly.
Hollywood. They want to creep you
Crabs in a
down to where
barrel.
they at. Right. So, but if they see the aspiration in yourself, and then they see other people watching you, and then once you start making a certain type of money, you start walking a different type of way. You
Mm-hmm.
start talking a certain
Your
type of way.
confidence, your
You,
confidence
yeah,
completely
you
changes.
be like, oh, let's go out to this place. Like, for what? Like, nah, we going out tonight. Nah, guess what? I gotta get up at 3:30 in the morning when you going to sleep. Okay. So I holler at you in a couple months after I finish buying this 4 unit
Exactly.
apartment building that has got the courthouse on the foreclosure property. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it. It's like, what do you want? Like, if you keep hanging around with broke people, you're gonna be broke. I'm
Man,
41.
facts.
I don't have that much time out here, but then again, I do. But if you out here dreaming of your mind has to be just just big. Just dream whatever you want. And
Mm.
keep your mind
Yeah.
focused on what you gotta do. You know, keep the weed to the side, keep the alcohol to the side, whatever you like to do that's spending all your money, that's keeping you to getting where you need to get to. Because while we doing Uber, we picking up people from treatment centers. We dropping people off. So we seeing any and everything. So you have to know, it's almost like you have to see that demon to know what that person is like and know that you don't want to go back to there.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people out here are fixed on drugs and stuff like that
I
because
see
they
it.
they can't get right. So if you don't have no inspirational backbone, or if you don't have no inspirational person behind you that's pushing you to be more than what you could be, it's like trying to get you out that shell, and you like, nah, get away from me. No, I'm trying to get you to bust out that shell because you don't know what type of person that you are. So you just need somebody to push you. And that's what it was for you. When you was like 2 bands a week, I was like, ooh, I hope I can do it. I hope I can do it. I wish I can do it. And halfway through the week, you doing it. Can you imagine doing $1,900 and not hitting 2 bands on a Sunday?
I think that would be the worst. That would be the worst. That would be the
whole
worst.
week. So say that Monday you started off 2 hours late, but you did not finish $200 later. You're gonna think about that. But guess what? Are you gonna do it all over again? You know what I'm saying? You have to be a person to do it. You say, you know what? It's cool. I worked hard, but I know what I got to do next time. And I'm going to do it all over again. Because when I'm watching your videos, it's cool doing it the first time like I did it. But are you doing it again? Are you doing it again? When you going to stop? What are you fighting for? What's in you? Who are you? You're going to build a whole totally different person. You know, when you hit that 2 bands, all right, that's cool. But just think of what time you went to sleep. What time you got up in the morning. You know, what type of conversations in that week did you have with people that helped you to get through the week? So it's always something going on.
Man, you was just dropping so many gems right there. I don't think you even realized it. But I definitely like what you just said right there. What type of conversations are you having, with people? Most importantly, what type of conversations are you having with yourself? Because to make that, not only to make $2,000, I know every market is different. Some markets you can make it in 55, 60 hours. But I really have respect for the markets like yours. You said 300,000 people, and so the volume is a lot lower, and you had to put in 80 something, 83 hours, 13 minutes, 188 trips to hit 2 racks a week. So I can only imagine the conversations you was having with yourself. Like on Monday, it was cool, but like you said, Wednesday, but all right, I got to keep going. Friday, this you got Saturday. All right, I'm almost there. So it's like an emotional roller coaster that you go on week in and week out with yourself to try to really, push yourself and overcome those negative thoughts. Cause I know you had the question like, damn, why am I driving so many fucking hours? Like, is it really worth it? But you stuck with it. And like you said, man, it would have sucked. I would rather make $1,600, $1,700 in a week than make $1,900. Because if you make $1,900, that will hurt you more than $1,600. Because no, you was right there. You was right there. But you, for whatever reason, you fell short. $100 short, $60 short, $30 short. So
that's what's gonna drive you though. That's what's gonna drive you. Man, I sit back and I was like, I done did like 480 rides in a couple weeks, and I'll be out and I'll be showing people like what you be talking about. In the week, like first week 700, second week like 900, third week like 1,200, fourth week 2,000, and I'm on my fifth week now. Like, come on, you gotta grow. If you're not growing, you must be doing something else, growing on something else that you're not growing here. So it's not a fact of, oh, you doing Uber, you got to grow and do Uber. No, you just have to grow. You can be gardening, you can be building a house. It's whatever you're doing, you have to have the willpower to
Mm.
keep on going.
To
That's
keep
it.
going, yeah, to keep going, to be the best version of yourself, and to really maximize time. Like, I don't think it's nothing wrong with anybody having a job or 9 to 5. But my question is, one, is it something that you really want to do? Or two, have you ever questioned why do you do it in the first place? Like, why do you work? Not only why do
Right.
you work, why do you work this particular job? And three, like, what are you doing when you're not working? Like, what are you working on? Like, what type of hobbies do you have? Do you work on things that's really impactful or meaningful that can help others, or are you just a consumer of TV, video games, drugs, alcohol? Like, it's really start to think differently, and question yourself and question everything, becoming curious. And that's
Yep.
when you really start to, re-embrace the readapting and the visioning, because times it's gonna get hard. It's gonna be some adversity. You're gonna get knocked down, challenges gonna happen, but what is gonna keep you out there and having that, that goal that you set, that's gonna help you. So like you said earlier, you may have to try different things, because you're gonna have all kind of ideas. But oh, this sounds good. Try it, see if you like it. And if you don't like it, if it's not for you, it's not for your fit. One, you tried it, so you have no regret. Two, you can move on to something else. Like
Yep.
there are all no losses. I don't think I ever lose. Even when I have little small setbacks, I'm not losing because I'm learning something, and I could just, readapt quicker, and all right, let me try this, and try something until it work. Um, one last thing, when y'all make a decision, like, or when I make a decisions, and I want my audience to kind of think this way as well, I'm in it for the long haul. I think a lot of people, they want quick results. Like, oh, I want to do this for like 3 months or a year, and I want to make a shit ton of money. One, that's not realistic because it's a lot of stuff that you got to learn in the process. One, about yourself. Two, about whatever industry that you go in. It's gonna take a lot longer. It's gonna probably take
Yep.
more money, and a lot of people who do want to start businesses are cheap and they don't want to invest in themselves. So then it's gonna take even longer for them to get the results that they're looking for. So, you got to be in it for the long run, do it until it works. And if you had that mindset, then you will be unstoppable. And not only do you have to think about it and think and set big goals, but you also have to act. You
Right.
can't just be thinking and I'm planning, but don't act on it because that's stupid. You
Yep.
actually got to take action.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know one silly thing that got me into doing what I'm doing?
Hmm.
Not playing Madden, not playing no other game. Like not
Yeah.
like literally not re-entering my card for another year.
Uh-huh.
So you know what? I ain't been playing on Madden. I ain't been sitting down watching no movies, not doing nothing. Like I'm getting up early in the morning. You iron your clothes late at night. So when you get up in the morning, you can hit the snooze an extra half an hour. But when you get up
Yeah.
early in the morning, if you get up at 3:30 in the morning, you're not leaving out till 4:30 in the morning. And if you have to drive to the city like 20, 25 minutes like I do, you got to get up early.
Yeah.
So like if I get up at 3:30, I'm not leaving out. I'm not gonna get to my point until like 5 o'clock in the morning, not
Right,
three
right.
hours later. So 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna get done till like 6 because I'm gonna take like one or two breaks. So it's like if you're not knowing what time you getting up, you're not preparing yourself for that day, it's over.
It's over.
Cause
You're right. You're
I ain't
right.
I ain't been out late at night yet. Like 9, 10 o'clock, that's been it. And I like it because when I be out, I'm getting 10, $20 tips. Like
Yeah.
every time. But I start so early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to start later because I just don't want to be like, ah, so when I start in the morning and my wife go to work, if I'm in the area of the house, I might go to the house for like an hour, use the
Right.
bathroom, get something to eat. But I'm out. I stay like 30 minutes outside the city. So if I take the street way through the city, so I'm still in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take the back way through the highway, I'm going through Kentucky.
Kentucky, Florence. Florence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
already
So
know.
back around and hit Cincinnati, that's 20 minutes that I'm not getting nothing.
Hmm.
So it'll be 20 minutes. I'm actually getting stuff, but people that's hitting their Ubers, they're not gonna wait no 15, 20 minutes. So while I'm riding there, I'm getting like 3, 4 calls, but they too long. So I'm hitting it, they canceling. I'm hitting it, they canceling.
Cancel.
So it's like you might be in the city when you wake up, you in the zone.
Yeah,
But me, I stay in the suburbs. I'm not in the city no more.
yeah,
I grew up in the city, but nah, I'm not in the city no more. So
right.
I got to drive to the city. So that's already half an hour. You know, that's already out the books by the time I get there. So
Yeah,
I don't worry
man.
about nothing. I'm just out here getting to this money. Stay out here 12, 13 hours till they kick you off
Right.
and get to the money. That's it.
And like I said, the most important thing or the best characteristics is attitude, man. Why you think this call so long? We've been out here chopping it up, having a good
Yeah.
time. It's
Hey,
attitude, man. If you
you
got the
already
the
know
right
it.
attitude, people they will engage in it. They'll like talking to you. You will have a better outlook and better perspective of life, and you'll just be
Yes,
happier.
sir. You already know it.
Just a lot of people they have a hard time just being happy because they rather complain and try to figure out ways to make themselves happy and be grateful for the opportunity, man. A couple more
Well,
questions, man. Why do you think this 2 racks a week challenge is so important?
it's gonna push you to be something that you couldn't be before.
Mm, I like that. Absolutely. Something that you couldn't be before, man. Because it doesn't like all the stuff that happened in the past, reflect on it, bam, get it out your head immediately. There's
Yep,
no
yep.
point of dwelling in the past. Stop.
It's
A lot
done.
of people they still living there. It's over. You
Yep.
know, learn from it, grow, but it's time to move forward. Like get rid of
That's
it.
it.
Forgive yourself. Whatever you did, whatever mistakes it's over. Forgive yourself and
So
let's move forward. You
go
still
go it.
breathing, you still got opportunity, you still got life. Let's get to work now. Because what's gonna
That's
end up
it.
happening is life gonna go on anyway. So you could be happy or you could be miserable. So if you're
Yep.
happy, at least you can make better decisions and you can be a happier person while doing it and live a longer, better life. Or you could be miserable,
It.
still let this time go by. So forgive
Yep.
yourself first and foremost and try to reach your best self because it's not too late. Well, Colonel Sanders ain't start frying chicken till he's what, 55?
Heck no.
He was damn near a senior citizen when he started frying chicken. And y'all want to give up in y'all 30s and 40s because some mistakes you made in the past? No, that's a bad way to go, man. You
Yep.
know, just get to it because we getting close to 100 people. That's 100. Well, I know it's over 100, but 100 calls. I think you're gonna be 92
Ooh.
recorded calls. So we getting there. So
I'm trying
yeah,
to get the
how
people to get on Uber.
yeah, man. And a lot of people, oh, he works with. I don't work for the company, man. I work for y'all because I know this opportunity. And I know for most people, this is going to be the best thing for you because I know what you desire. You want to make money. You want to do something that's relatively easy. You want to be happy. You want to be on your own time, and you don't have to ask for permission. And what other job can you get right now without any form of degree, master's, bachelor's, PhD? All thing you gotta do
Hey,
is have a clean record, clean driving record in the car. And you don't even need a car because they got rentals, and you can start getting busy and making two
that's it.
racks a week.
That's it. Hey, I had this one lady in the back, and I was telling them like, "Yeah, I done made $2,000." I'm looking at her eyes, and she looking at the old boy like
Hmm.
she wasn't even saying. She was looking at him like, I'm showing him like 2 bands, like
Yeah.
let's go. But when you can show somebody you doing it on the humble, like you like Uber cool, like you got a license, like you talking about a job or something like that. Like I only paid $2,200 for my car from an auction.
Uh-huh.
So I made
Mm.
two thousand
Pretty good.
dollars in a week. So I done made
I
my
made
money
that
back.
that
You
quick.
know, we over here like, oh, I need to go ahead and put down like $3,000 so I can go ahead and buy this $20,000 car. Like, bro, go get you a little car because you're gonna beat it up in 3, 4 years, and that's it. Like, why would you go? You get bad credit, so you got to put down a lot of money on a car, and then you
Yeah.
have a high car note and then you trying to get an expensive car, so you got a high insurance, you're not gonna make no money on Uber because your expirations, so you want to look cute, you're not gonna make no money.
Right.
So that's what
Exactly.
everybody try to do. They try to look too cute. You can't make no money because you can't keep up with the Joneses because the Joneses didn't even have nothing. So who you keeping up with?
Yeah, man, that's some good game right there, man. Like, don't stay in your lane. You don't have to have the fanciest car. Like, I drive a Prius. I'm on my second Prius. I had a 2007. Now I'm on a 2013. Man,
Man,
all that stuff you could get later on in life. That shit is not going nowhere. It's always gonna be a
not
nicer car. It's always gonna be a bigger crib. It's not going nowhere. But you want to stay in your level, man. Like, treat like a video game. Slowly but surely start to level up. Don't try to go up here when you're not ready for level 13, then you end up fucking yourself. Nah, stay at your level. And
ain't ready.
dang, I felt like I wanted to say one more thing, but I pretty much forgot what I was gonna say. But I guess one last thing for the people who are new or on the fence about driving, and also for the people who are driving who haven't made 2 racks a week, what would you say to them?
You got to push everything to the side. Because somebody might say,
Make
money, not
make money,
friends.
not friends. Yeah.
Friends, I got different hats on. I'm outside my cousin's shop right now. Like, we about to go ahead and get it in. Like, it's just basically like, what do you want? You know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what you want. You know what your hobbies are. You know what you like. If you like buying Jordans, if you like buying a certain type of jeans, or you like buying a certain type of hats. I like pro models. Pro models are at least $50.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you smoke cigarettes, you smoke Newports, your pack of cigarettes is like $10. You know what drug that you like that's keeping you to getting to where you need to be. So it's like, find out what you want and just do it. Just do it. Who cares? I got a Nissan Sentra. I tinted the windows down. People looking at me like, oh, you driving Nissan? I'm about to make 100 bands in this car. What you talking about?
Exactly.
Because you want to look good for people. Stop worrying about what people think about you because they don't care. Homeless people get talked about and millionaires get talked about. Let's get it.
Facts.
Let's get it.
Hey, we might have to make that a quote. Homeless people get talked about and millionaires everybody get talked about. So people's opinion really don't matter, man. And Kevin, you're definitely right, man. And that's what it is. Y'all know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, it's time to really start to do some inventory. Sit down, think about it, write your goals down. You don't have to tell nobody. Because what happened is you're going to start telling people it's going to be crabs in the barrel. They're going to talk shit. Oh, it's not going to work. Or why you want to do that? That's stupid. Just keep it to yourself for your own sanity, your own peace of mind. Keep your goals to yourself. Review them weekly. Get into your head so it can become emotionalized. And that's what's going to make this journey a lot easier for you. Because at the end of the day, man, only thing that matters is you, your work, your needs. People's opinion don't matter. And
that's it.
If you haven't made 2 racks a week, you haven't put in 60, 80 hours, you don't know what you're truly capable of, and you're sleeping on your potential, man. And that's why you at where you at now, because you're not focusing on anything productive, and you got too many vices. So get rid of those vices, and let's get to work.
Let's get this money.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. So shout out to Kevin, shout out to Cincinnati. Here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. And I'm definitely going to send you the link so you can get your shirt. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, guitar, piano, violin, Ronnie Speed, over and out, Mr. 2 racks a week. Holla back. Peace.
2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.